Hi, this is a message to a lot of very clueless people out there who don't seem to understand the extent of these ET scalar wave electromagnetic attacks on people that are occurring right now. Most people who are being attacked by these ETs who are using electromagnetic technology, most people who are being attacked have no idea who is truly behind these attacks. They are being tortured and driven to suicide. The symptoms include pain on different parts of the body and bizarre and sadistic voice-to-skull messages in their mind. But what I want to talk about, if you have been following the news recently, a lot of the murder-suicides in the news are a lot of them of these murder-suicides in the news are a result of these ET scalar wave electromagnetic attacks, and there are different programs and types of attacks that these ETs are using on in some cases, as in the cases of targeted individuals who are being attacked with these ET electromagnetic weapons. These targeted individuals are, in a lot of cases, driven to suicide, or they suffer for a long period of time, including decades, until they finally commit suicide. But in those cases, these TIs, the majority of these targeted individuals do not harm anybody else, and they are attacked in a different type of way that is prolonged, and they suffer over and over and over again repeatedly until they commit suicide. And the majority of TIs, targeted individuals, do absolutely no harm to anybody else, and they just suffer for years and years until they die. But these ETs use a different type of attack using these scalar wave electromagnetic weapons. They use a different type of attack in some cases, and this is what they have been doing in many of these murder-suicides that have been occurring in the news recently. A lot of these murder-suicides within a lot of these families are a result of these ET electromagnetic weapons. What these ETs do is they will target the most psychologically and mentally fragile person in the family, and they will use a combination of attacks that include attacks on the person's collagen on the skin, so the person will begin to feel tactile sensations like they're being tugged in some cases, and they'll use that in a combination with voice-to-skull messages that are used to persuade the specific member of the family that these ETs want to use. And what will happen is, because this specific member of the family is psychologically fragile, mentally fragile, and really has no idea what's happening to them, these ETs specifically target that member of the family, and they use that member of the family to kill the rest of the family, including children and infants who are being, in some cases, shot or stabbed to death. So if that isn't a wake-up call to all of you who are apparently completely clueless, if that isn't a wake-up call to you that these ETs are literally sadistic monsters beyond words, then I don't know how to communicate this to you, because it would appear that there's no way to get through to you. These ETs literally butcher children and infants, and it's absolutely nothing to them. Nothing. They're pure evil. So they will target, in these other cases, like I just said, they have different programs, and in these murder suicide ET electromagnetic attacks, the family member who is attacked will have no idea, in most cases, has no idea what is happening to them or who is attacking them. Like I said, they'll begin to hear bizarre voice-to-skull messages in their mind, and the collagen, like I said, will be affected, and they'll feel as though they're being tugged or tactile sensations. And a lot of these murder-suicide cases are a result of these ETs using their electromagnetic weapons to persuade the family member through mental suggestion to kill themselves and the rest of the family. And a lot of these cases in the news right now are a result of this. And the reason these ETs are doing this is because they are specifically targeting certain people and families of these people that these ETs have identified as a threat to their evil and disgusting and sadistic plans in the future. So for all of you who do not understand the extent of the evil that these ETs represent, please listen to this YouTube video again until you understand it. They literally target fragile and psychologically weak members of the family. They'll specifically target the most fragile and mentally and psychologically fragile member of the family, and they will use that member of the family to kill the rest of the family, including infants and children. So I suggest to you that if you don't understand how evil these ETs are, I suggest you listen to this again until you start to understand it, because this is very straightforward stuff. If there were truly any positive ETs that truly understood what was happening and were truly positive or good, this would not be happening. Thank you for listening.